What is up, everybody? So I have some huge news. If you haven't heard already, it's been all over the place that GameStop is buying slabs. When I first heard that, I was like, this ain't gonna work. GameStop being known to buy video games for like 25 cents and selling them for $10. I was expecting the same thing with the slabs. But there is huge news that just dropped on Poke Beach. Now, I didn't want to make a video until I knew for sure the details of this, but with this newest article, I'm going to go ahead and go over a little bit here with you guys. So, we have, shockingly, GameStop's graded card program will buy PSA cards for their market value, all the details. So, GameStop plans to launch the program at all locations in June. That's not that far away. It's May 14th as the time of recording this. It'll be May 15th when you're watching this. So literally just a couple weeks from now, you're gonna be able to bring your PSA slabs to GameStop and get almost market value. So, for example, in this article, it says, for example, when visiting a store earlier today, GameStop's offer for a PSA 10 Jolteon VMAX was $158 cash or $176 in store credit. Now, if we look at the Jolteon, this same Jolteon VMAX, what it's going for, it's averaging around $185. So they're giving you just a little bit under. Now, most stores, most local card shops, they're gonna give you probably about 70% because they need to make a profit. So this is great news for people that are looking to sell their slabs and don't want to have all the trouble of having an eBay shop or something like that. In my opinion, when I first heard about this whole thing, I thought to myself, why would they waste their time? Why not just take 10 minutes, make an eBay shop, and sell your cards for market price? But that is a lot of work if you're going to be doing this for a long time, or you have a lot of cards to sell. This being an option now is huge. And then they also have the PSA 10 Neuburn V. We're offering $121.50 cash or $135 in store credit. And then this one really surprised me because I was looking over prices that have been sold on eBay. The highest I've seen this month was $130. Looking over the sales right now, $130. They were offering cash for $121.50 and store credit for $135. So looking at market price right now, they're losing money buying these from you. So I don't really know what their final end game is. They might just be throwing these prices out for the beginning to really get a big stockpile of cards, and then they'll drop down. I don't know, and the article doesn't say what their plan is on that, but honestly, I don't see a business plan that this works. Buying cards for almost market price and selling them for market price or higher prices, I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but it's just a couple weeks from now, so we're gonna see really soon. So going down, it mentions how much the Jolteon VMAX is selling for $180, and then it says GameStop's buying prices are similar to the price guide on PSAcard.com. PSA's price guide scrapes auction websites to determine the average market value of a card. So that's where I get some of my price. I like using pricecharting.com, but they both do the same thing. Basically, they're just going over all the sales of PSA graded cards and giving you an idea of the average. So when a customer brings cards in, they will be valued in real time by entering their PSA number into GameStop systems. Because the prices can fluctuate often, GameStop's offers will only be valid during that transaction. The customer may then accept or reject the offer. They can be paid in cash or store credit, but cash will offer 10% less. Just like everything else you trade in with GameStop, you're going to get less if you just take the cash. But even taking the cash and 10% less, it's not like you're losing a ton of money compared to what you could be selling it for and using all that time. So they do have a screenshot of the offer here, so it's not bad. And I do like, because a lot of the questions that I had personally is, are they really gonna know if it's real? It's gonna be a lot of fakes going through there. So this is gonna be a little bit better to help with that, because they are actually gonna have to put the PSA certificate ID. So it kind of verifies that it was truly certified by PSA. Now obviously you can get, the fakes can have the correct certification number, so it's not 100% guaranteed that it's not fake. But if you go further down in this article, it does say, here's an internal checklist employees will use to verify a card slab's authenticity. Employees will even use a black light. If a slab fails any one of these checks, the employee must reject it. So looking over here, this is honestly, this is a great thing for you personally to take a look at. If you're buying stuff at a card show, this will be great for you to inspect to make sure you're getting a legitimate PSA graded card. But these are just some of the stuff. So some of the things that they're training their employees to do. Now, just because they're being trained doesn't mean they're going to follow that. I mean, GameStop employees aren't paid a ton of money, so it's not like they're going to get down with a magnifying glass and the UV light all the time, checking every card, making sure everything is legit. But they do, from what I understand, they do have to check off every single one of these to make sure that it is legitimate. So hopefully that's going to help in the long run and make sure that we are getting legitimate cards from them. So it does say GameStop is currently sourcing fixtures to eventually display and sell the graded cards in store, though it's unclear if they will offer a fair market price when selling them. Like I mentioned, because they're buying them almost at market price, I have to expect that their prices are going to be higher than normal. But everything's going to be online for now. They are working towards getting fixtures in the stores so you can buy them in person too. So obviously this is all brand new. We all know GameStop has a lot of trouble, so they're really grasping at straws here to try to keep themselves alive. And I think this might work for a while. I don't know if it's going to be long-term. There's going to be a lot of longevity in this. At the end of the day, I think this is the CEO of GameStop. I think he's just grasping at straws, trying to keep his job because GameStop is doing so poorly. This is kind of like his last chance to change the way GameStop is viewed. But I don't think it's going to last long. They can't last with this business proposition. I mean, they can't be buying cards for $180 and selling them for $185 and thinking they're going to be making a good profit, because they still have to pay the employees to look at the cards and take the cards. They're not making any money doing this. Unfortunately, it's going to do a lot of damage to the local card shops. It's going to do a lot of damage to the hobby. I'm not super happy about it, but you know, take advantage. If you live in a town that doesn't have a local card shop, take advantage of this. Make some money while you can. But hopefully everything will be okay with the local card shop. My personal experience, my mom had a health food store in a small town up in Massachusetts. We didn't have any big stores until a Walmart came in. When Walmart came in, big company, had more money, had better selection, had cheaper prices because they could afford to have cheaper prices. Unfortunately, my mom had to go out of business because she just couldn't keep up with them. So I know firsthand how difficult it is to compete with those big box stores. And unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to be in the hobby for right now. But let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited about this, if you're worried about this, how long you think it's going to last before they start giving us 25 cents for a $30 card. Who knows? But let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.